Hello everyone and welcome to RigER webinar. Today our webinar is dedicated to a hot and happening topic, oilfield business intelligence. As properly deployed predictive and other form of advanced analytics can give valuable insights and actionable information that helps executives, managers, and workers make informed business decisions. And today we're going to talk about oilfield business intelligence. Our presenters for this webinar are Michael Maltsev, our CEO and President, and Kanat Nemat, our business analyst. We will talk about the importance of business intelligence and oilfield KPIs, present you one of the latest integrations of RigER, which is RigER and Microsoft Power BI. And they will show you what oilfield dashboards you can have in Power BI, and you'll see comparison of reports in RigER and dashboards in Power BI. And then at the end, we have a Q&A session as usually, where you can ask us all the questions that you may have during the webinar. So let's get started, and I want to pass microphone to Kanat. Hello, Kanat.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Dasha. So talking about business intelligence, I would like to say that business intelligence is the analysis of business data. And when we talk about data analysis, we're talking about analyzing historical data that took place in the past, and based on the past data, forecasting data analysis into the future. So there are four types of analysis: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive. Descriptive analysis describes what happened in the historical data. Diagnostic describes why certain things happened in the past. Predictive analysis, based on the past events, predict what will happen in the future. And prescriptive analysis gives recommendations of what to do in the case certain events will happen. Today we will be talking about descriptive and diagnostic analysis using RigER and Power BI integration. However, it is also possible to run predictive and prescriptive analysis using such BI visualization tools as Power BI.
Yeah, hello everyone, this is Michael Maltsev, and I'd like to, first of all, tell why we decided to start the integration with business intelligence tools. First of all, we see the business demand, so more and more clients asking about data-driven decisions and visualization tools to analyze their operations. Moreover, we see that right now more and more different data sources become available for the company to understand how different sources of data, marketing, sales, technical, operations, and financial, can be analyzed together. So it's time to have advanced business analysis, and that is why we connect data from RigER with the Power BI ability to analyze the data. Strategic pyramid, and set up values, missions, strategic objectives, and actions. One of the measurement and the most important measurement in the day-to-day operations become KPIs. Many companies set up different KPIs, and we can provide you some examples of the oilfield KPIs. For example, for marketing and sales, could be a marketing activities, sales activities, opportunities, leads. From HSE standpoint, the HR manager or safety manager would like to see field technician qualifications and certification expiry days, analyze different safety indicators, footprint indicators. Services can analyze field technician utilization, service revenue and cost. Rental fleet manager will analyze utilization, availability, equipment, total cost of ownership and age of the rental fleet. Quality could be a number of service calls, troubleshootings, issues, equipment repairs, and client feedback. And definitely the aggregating financial report will show the revenue, job profitability, and job costing.
Okay, so let's talk about Power BI integration. Put in short, we connect RigER and Power BI through an API, an application programming interface, which enables the connection between these two software solutions. In case you're running multiple applications and you have a need to integrate them, as the first step, look for the API connectors. Another thing to keep in mind is that API is not the key to all doors, and not all applications have these connectors enabled. In case of RigER and Power BI, both apps use an API to get connected. So RigER is the storage of data, information, and knowledge, and getting those into the Power BI engine, we can produce powerful insights that will boost the quality of data-driven decisions and scenario analysis in your company. The process of connecting RigER and Power BI is as follows. First, we enable the connector in RigER database and issue the URL address. Then in Power BI, we connect to that address, authenticate the user with the same credentials as in RigER, and the connection is established. Let's zoom into the process of getting data from RigER and then showing insights in Power BI. As I mentioned moments ago, we do connect RigER and Power BI through the API. So after the connection is established in Power BI, we get data from RigER, and once we get it, we start preparing data. We slice it, we dice it. This is a time-consuming and detail-oriented work process that usually takes about 80% of time to deliver powerful visuals and reports to end users. And you can have a quick look into the kitchen of Power BI. This is how data transformation looks like. Once preparation of data is done, all reports are published to the Power BI web service, from where we can start sharing these reports with others. And Power BI has flexible options for sharing reports and dashboards, as well as refreshing them at a daily, weekly, and on-demand basis. However, as in any development, there are a few requirements. So let's go over those requirements. Business intelligence is a separate module in RigER, and thus it comes with its own requirements. Given the nature of our clients' implementations, all clients have different RigER configurations and different modules enabled. Hence, Power BI dashboards must be configured accordingly. This is in regards to what data in RigER configuration we could use.
Yeah, talking about different approaches to existing reporting in RigER and dashboards, and comparing two different ways, we see the same, similar pros and cons, which we can apply for simple reporting in RigER or advanced reporting using dashboards and visualization tools. So first of all, the data structure in RigER is a transactional-based. RigER is a transactional-based database, relation database. So dashboards in Power BI, you use data cubes, and it's a different structure of the data, which allowed you to build complex reports and dashboards faster with big volume of data. So when we talk about building the dashboard or report in RigER for a number of years, 3, 4, 5 years, we see some delay between pressing the button and generating the reports. And that to avoid that, we would recommend to use a Power BI for that kind of complex and big reports with a big volume of data. So talking about visualization tools, definitely RigER has basic visualization tool as compared as Microsoft Power BI. Delivery reports already included. Dashboards require some integrations. Cost, definitely same thing. So we talk about cost of reports included to the RigER price. If we like to add extra dashboard integration, it will be an extra cost because it will require some customization of the data and representation of the data. And the big good thing about Power BI, so when we run reports in RigER, we can use only operations data which we have in RigER. Power BI can aggregate data from different sources, financial, technical, it could be a marketing, so you can enrich data and make more wide analysis of your operations.
Right. So in talking about the extra Power BI requirements, regarding to the analysis part of the requirements, we assume that every client will have their own preferences as to which kind of reports they would like to have, what they would like to see in their report specifically, who must have it, when they must have it, and how they must access it. Would it be via web browser, on the desktop, on a tablet, or on the mobile app? Also, one of the prerequisites or nice to haves is to make sure that your RigER database have enough data, minimum of 6 to 12 months of historical data. Of course, this requirement is optional and it depends on the nature of your analysis. Maybe to build a certain report, having 2-3 months of data is sufficient. Overall, what I'm trying to say here is that the richer data you have, the better insights we can get out of it. Another thing that I must mention is that our clients should have their own Power BI Pro licenses in order to be able to use RigER dashboards in Power BI. And if you are in SharePoint and Microsoft environment, then it shouldn't be hard to add additional Power BI licenses. So for now, that's all I wanted to mention about business and technical requirements. Next, I would like to show you a few reports that I developed and give you live examples of what could be done using RigER data. So shall we? This report represents field technicians per job analysis. To build the report, we used data from RSAs, tickets, and a crew tab within those tickets. Such analysis can help office managers answer following questions. For example, what was the average hours per field technician in March 2020 and compare it to April 2020. Also, we can compare different departments' performance. Next is a utilization and availability report. To build this report, we retrieve data from RSAs and rental unit statuses generated in RigER. This report is mainly aimed to help managers to analyze and compare performance of different rental units and also better allocate units with lower utilization rates. So this is a service calls report. We use data from service call logs in RigER to build this report. The main purpose of this dashboard is to help managers first spot the most troubled clients, identify most requested services, and compare dispatchers' performance on client support. And this is the CRM opportunities analysis. To build this report, we use data from the CRM module in RigER. Next is the revenue analysis. We use clients, rentals, units, and services and job invoices to build this report. Finally, this is HR analysis. We use data from the HR module in RigER to come up with this report.
As you see, the dashboards give an opportunity to build fast and very useful and visual reports, which helps chief C-level officers to manage their business activity efficiently. Say, for example, here's one of the structure from one of our projects, which we set up for different roles: chief executive officer, chief sales marketing officer, operation officer, financial officer, and a HSE officer. So based on the role, we build different dashboards showing different data. And a good exercise is to use RigER only on monthly or weekly base reporting tool, showing actual data to a particular operations or other officers. However, in the next extrapolation and next usage of the Power BI would be a scenario analysis where we can set a particular parameter and see what if and how the situation will change if something will be changed in our operations data.
What kind of preparation required in Power BI for RigER data?
So let me answer this question. It's a usual or a normal process of data preparation. For example, we're taking invoices from RSAs, right? So we get the invoices, we have the date for the invoices, we got the invoice numbers, and then we have the amounts. And then we need to make sure that all the data in Power BI that we got, that it's clean, that there is no, basically, in short, it's a statistical preparation of data. On top of that, if we are involving time intelligence, as we did in our examples, we also need to add additional time intelligence tables, and then, just getting the invoices from the jobs, and showing them is not enough. We have to connect those invoices with specific clients, with specific items. Also, maybe we need to make sure that invoices are properly allocated, and then and that's the basic part. More advanced part is that what we would like to see in those invoices. Do we want to set up some metrics? Do we want to set up some KPIs? And maybe we have some special formulas in our like how to present data at a certain way. So that's what the preparation takes, from basic statistical cleaning of data to more advanced analysis and KPIs.
Yeah, other words, we need to rebuild RigER data structure in Power BI and enrich it, clean it, set up it for reporting purposes. And as soon as this work done, we can build the dashboards, and then we'll publish the dashboards, and then it will be refreshed periodically, usually once a day or once a week, depending on the number of data and depending on the requirements.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. The next question is, it was mentioned that it is best to generate weekly and or monthly KPI reports for C-level officers. Will daily KPI reports be complicated and or time-consuming to run using Power BI?
Yeah, let me answer this question. So
not at all.
Not at all. Yeah, you have the option there to generate it on a daily basis. The only thing that I have to say is that when you have daily refresh set up, make sure that your data changes daily. So if your data doesn't change in a week, there is no purpose of having a daily refresh.
And another thing, say for example, if the documents like daily reports of the field technician approved next day, so you will have always 1 day delay between data presented in Power BI and data in RigER. So that is why we talk about like running the operational reports in RigER. Or operational dashboards for this month. It's not a big deal, and it usually faster in a way and more accurate, and because the situation and posting documents can happen every second in RigER. So that is why we will have all the time up-to-date information in RigER. However, if you'd like to have same situation in Power BI, you can set up even 2 refresh event in a day. Say, for example, after 12 p.m. and 12 a.m. So those two refreshment will happen on the background. Talk about what if you have any other questions, and if you like to see how RigER works, not only with Power BI but work itself, just give us a call and book your customized demo. We will show all the features of our Oilfield ERP solution. And the next week, we will present same time next week. It will be October. Surprise, surprise. We will present the equipment maintenance module. Big advantage of next development of RigER, where we update our module and add more functionality to RigER rental fleet management. We will talk about preventive maintenance, how the maintenance can be set up, what kind of drivers we will use for maintenance, different maintenance documents, dashboards, and best practices of maintenance tracking. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today, and yeah, we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for your attention.
Thank you. Bye.